All right, I think I'm live. So today I will try to complete my Lantern Night event finally. Only 6 days left. Properties, no advanced setting. Let me turn it off. Okay, now let me just teleport here and start the quest.
Dad, I brought some friends over. I'm cooking today. Dad? Dad!
Over here, Xiangling.
Oh, there he is. He's over at Ying R's place. Let's go say hi. Huh? Timaeus? What's wrong with him?
That scent. Oh, this is so embarrassing. A few days ago, he said he wanted to come and spend the festival with me, but he started to feel unwell as soon as he arrived last night, and now he's gone and passed out. I think maybe the journey took it out of him, or perhaps he caught a cold on the way. Anyway, I was about to take him to Boo Boo Pharmacy to see the doctor, so I asked Chef Mao to watch the store while I'm gone.
Wait, you weren't gonna carry him all that way by yourself, were you? Let us help.
I couldn't possibly ask that of you.
Don't mention it. Let's just get to the doctor.
If you're sure. I'm very grateful for the help.
Why don't I watch the store? As it happens, I know a thing or two about perfume.
I'm sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, this is Madame Lan Yen, a craftswoman from Chen Yu Vale. You can trust her.
Oh, a friend of yours then. Thank you, Madame Lanyen. That would be a huge help.
Xiangling, I guess that means we're free to head back. Let's get cooking so the troops can feast on their triumphant return.
Great minds think alike, Dad. Go on, get Timaeus to Boo Boo Pharmacy. And don't forget to come eat when you're done.
Thank you all.
Hopefully, I just get teleported there directly. Meanwhile, you bring Timaeus to Boo Boo Pharmacy where Baizu takes him to the back room for examination. You're surprised to see two other families facing their. Oh, so Amelia faces there. Sorry. Happy Lantern Night, Xingqiu and Zhangde. Thank you. Okay, they don't even have the
What do you
voice
mean by
lines now.
that? Oh no, did you get sick too?
No, not me. Xingqiu. It's alright. These are their friends. The truth didn't be hidden from them. This my great grandfather. A few days ago, he didn't have the strength to get out of the bed, and now he's slipped into a coma.
Oh no!
That's
Sorry to hear
unfortunate.
that. That sounds really serious.
It's not looking good. We have had several doctors come and see him, but none of them could tell what was wrong, and all left without even writing a prescriptions.
None of them could figure out what it was? That seems strange.
And well, he's over 100 years old now. It's just we are struggling to come to terms with it. A butler come to see me a few days ago. Sorry, butler. Insisting that great grandfather has been cursed. He asked me to get an exorcist involved. So I went to take a look, and inside his lordship's room there was definitely a strange chill in the air. But I am confident it's not caused by evil spirits. Then what is it? Well, this is just a theory, but I think that is fine, you can say. Is better of death. a sign that death is near.
Oh
Okay.
no. Singcho, this must be so hard for you.
Thank you, I'll be okay. Honestly, my father and grandfather are the hardest hit by it. But we are as prepared as we can be under the circumstances. I believe my brothers already contacted the funeral parlor and here to see if Mr. Baiju can help. My father and grandfather are at home, fasting and praying. I hope at least Baiju has a
Feeling
voice
any
line.
better?
Okay, even he doesn't have voice lines. Wow, much better. I feel okay. He's the same guy I was playing in the previous story when I was playing Baiju's story, which I haven't even completed yet. Much better. I feel fit as a fit toddler. Fiddle. I'm sure this is all because I forgot to eat breakfast.
It's fit as a fiddle,
Yeah,
dear.
definitely.
As in the instrument, not the finger twitching.
It's nothing serious. Probably just exhaustion
At
from
least
the
he has
long
the voice
journey.
line.
Then not resting properly afterwards.
It's all my fault.
I'm prescribing a nutritious soup to be taken every night before bed. Here's the recipe. That should sort him out. But if his symptoms persist, make sure to come and see me again.
Thank you, Dr. Baiju.
Looks like Timaeus is gonna be alright. That's a relief.
Tiger says you help bring me here. Thank you, every. Thank you ever so much. What is thank you ever so much? Don't mention it.
Ying you should probably get this guy back right away. Baiju says he needs to rest.
Agreed. Plus, I shouldn't keep Madame Lanyan waiting too long. Drop by later when you've got a second, so I can thank you both properly.
Dr. Baiju.
Ah, Master Xingqiu. I won't beat around the bush. The situation is looking a little more complicated than I'd initially thought.
What do you mean? Baiju wasn't speaking the whole truth just now. Timaeus' situation is exceptionally strange and strangely similar to his grandship's condition. Okay. Wait, so Timaeus has the same illness as my great grandfather?
It would appear so, although it's debatable whether it is an illness per se. The truth is, they are both aging at an accelerated rate.
His grandfather already more than 100 years old. I wonder how he's still alive. What, really?
Yes, significantly faster than the average person. But so far, I have not managed to determine the cause.
Not only does it myself mystery Baiju, even I have never witnessed such a melody. Unless, of course, it was so long ago that I have since forgotten. As far as I remember, we had similar plot in the Inazuma, I think. There were people who were aging really fast.
Cutting years off their lives. What a turn of phrase. That sounds horrible.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to stand up for a second. I'll continue. Baiju even tried using the secret art of Timaeus earlier, but it was useless. This is the most stubborn disease.
There are a few other remedies I can try, even if it's just trial and error at this point. This morning I sent Chi-Chi to Mount Chingsa to look for a certain herb. There's still a chance we might turn things around if we're lucky. Oh, and speaking of Chingsa, has his lordship been there recently, Master Xingqiu?
Oh my god, I got my first comment. Hello, brother Raja. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope my sound is audible. Last stream were pretty bad. To Queen Village, you mean? Yes, we visited there every year during Lantern Rite to run a clinic. But this year, before the clinic had ever started, they sent someone all the way here to ask for medical advice. The situation seemed urgent.
And
Okay?
then the patient from Mondstadt, who I just saw, tells me he stopped off in Chingsa village during his journey. I can't help but wonder if there's some connection.
It is not, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe great grandfather visited some friend in Chinshu village not too long ago. My father went with him. Okay. Ah, just as we suspected. So problem lies there. What is it? I heard the rumor about a gods remaining in Chinji. Is that what causing this? Gods remains? Which one? Well, firstly, I read about this in a book I bought from a street vendor. He always reading book, man. He reads so many books. So it's not the most credible source. Imagine believing some random book. The book told of a hidden place in Chinsu mountain range called the hidden place of Chu formula, which is enhanced with the 7 and 8 gate methods with which it suppressed countless evil spirits, the most revered of them being a god known as Tao Duo.
Wait, so Tao Du's remains? That's what's causing this mystery illness?
Not to steal anyone's thunder, but while I do suspect a connection with Chingsa village, I highly doubt that god remains are the cause.
Good point. Then what could be the true cause?
Master Xingqiu, I will head to Chingsa village to investigate further after Chi-Chi returns. Hopefully, I will have more answers after that.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Ah, we're pros at gathering stuff. Just tell us where to go and we'll track down those herbs, no problem.
I am most grateful for the offer. I'll be sure to let you know if I need your assistance.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Beju.
Merely doing my duty.
Well, you take care of yourself, too, Baiju.
Don't worry about me. I'm keenly aware of my limits.
Like, it was good to see you, but now I must return. Okay. Dark Payment was good to see you, but now I must return home and relive Mr. Beju's words to my family. I'll come with you. I wanna take another look at his lordship's room. Very well. Bye everyone, don't worry about me, I'm doing fine. In all honesty, I've never been so close as my great grandfather as my father and grandfather. Given his age, he already wasn't speaking much by the time I was around.
Hey, come on now. We get that you don't want us to worry, but there's no need to downplay it, alright? We should be supporting you here, not the other way around.
Paimon's a lot smarter than I remember. I guess it's been a long time since we last met.
Hey! Paimon's always been smart.
Recently I have phrase that phrase that Kuta already say has been on my mind a lot. Live in life, die in death. You don't have any option either. Sounds great, I'm free whenever. But she must be exceptionally busy these days, as I have barely seen her at all. So how about we all go for mental meal together in a few days time when everything's calmed down? Yeah, good. Then it's decided. See you in a few days.
Even though Baiju ruled out God remains as the cause, Paimon still wants to get to the bottom of this Tao Du business. Oh, it's a shame Kuching had to disappear before she could tell us more.
Lenian seems quite knowledgeable about it too.
True. Then let's head back and ask her. Come on, Xiangling's waiting on us too.
Alright, let's go. Sounds good. Okay, where the hell it is now? Non-stop climbing walls. The hell it is now? Yeah, found it.
Ah, you're back. Thanks again for helping me get Timaeus to the doctor. Please, take this Mora as a small token of our gratitude.
You shouldn't have. I barely lifted a finger. Well, that's got to be an understatement. I doubt you carried me all the way to Boom Pharmacy by one finger. Fair enough. On the night, I can't thank you enough. Please let us give you something for your effort. Yeah, sure, why not?
Paimon
I'll
thinks you're
take it.
misunderstanding what that phrase means, but okay.
You'll have to excuse him. I think his efforts to learn the local dialect have fried the language part of his brain.
All right, well, no more studying for you. Go get some rest. Doctor's orders. And if you take a turn for the worse, get back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away.
By the way, where did Lenyan go?
Ah, yes. I almost forgot to mention. She said she went to catch up with Director Hu. She told me to pass on the message.
What message?
Wait, so she left?
Yanger? Okay, nice name. I like 3. Oh, what's this? Is scent of spring under new management?
Perish the thought. Miss Yingar had to run an errand, so I'm just watching the shop until she gets back.
Okay. Ah, I see. Well, Miss Tempered new management could have trouble you for 3 boxes of red dust under rolling clouds.
Red dust under rolling clouds. I think that rings a bell. Not a scent the average young lady would choose, though.
Correct. So you probably wouldn't find it on the shelves. More likely hidden in a corner at the back somewhere. Would you mind digging it out?
Not at all. One moment. Here. Is this what you're looking for? If I'm not mistaken, it's used exclusively for ritual purposes.
Oh, a lady of culture. I see. This is not common knowledge.
Let me wrap this up for you.
Wait. I see it now. You're from the land lineage of Chinyu Vale, aren't you?
Huh? How can you tell?
Your hairpiece is the jade plumped silver wing, one of the 3 immortals of Taoduo. Hehe. Am I right or am I right?
How did... Sorry, who are you?
Hehehe. Let's just say I'm a fellow lady of culture, but alas, I'm in a rush today, so I'll have to say goodbye for now. I hope we meet again soon, Miss Temporary New Management.
Huh? Grandpa was right. Liyue Harbor is full of hidden talents. I would never have expected the average perfume customer to be so knowledgeable.
Director Hu, I gotta say, that outfit looks really good on you.
But thank you, Miss Linier. I was just procuring some perfume from your fine establishment. Your temporary replacement provided a magnificent service.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Wait, Director Hu?
Who?
Hey, we're back. Thanks for watching the store, Madame Lan.
Miss Yingar, that person you spoke to just now. Who was that?
Hu Tao, Director Hu Tao of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Huh? But I thought she wore the funeral parlor uniform. With the Harmony hexagram hat?
I guess she just changed into something more festive for the festival.
Shoot! I was face to face with her. And I had no idea. Sorry, Miss Yingar. Something's come up. please let the others know I had to leave?
Huh? What could possibly be so urgent?
And then she just ran off after Hutel. Weird.
Maybe she'll be at the funeral parlor.
Are you
Yeah,
going
let's
to
check.
look for her? If so, could you take this with you? I
What
just
a
found it in the
weirdest
store.
doll. Sure.
Wait, isn't this one of those rattan figures?
Whatever it is, we don't sell them. So I'm guessing Madame Lan left it here by accident.
Yeah, well, she definitely makes these. Although, this one's pretty different from the one she made for the street fair. Plus,
Not the kind of thing you see every day, that's for sure. It could be important, so if it does belong to Madame Lan, I'd like to get it back to her as soon as possible.
well then let's head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor again. Whatever it's for, the sooner she gets it back, the better.
Alright. I'll bring it to her. How far is it? 200. I think I should just teleport. Alright. Okay, we are going in the room after so long. I almost forgot it existed.
Jialiang! 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 Dad, are you awake?
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Hey, Dad?
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baishu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
Okay, so we got Chichi 2.0.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I'm as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
What the
An
hell?
elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jia Liang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
I knew someone was missing in that conversation. Yeah, we got to see her feet, I think, there. So it was Hu Tao.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret. but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baiju's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baiju, and cure Dad for good!
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon,
She was
we should probably
afraid
do
of
something
Uta.
to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Such as Paimon's idea of celebration can only mean one thing. Yeah, eating lot of food.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
That was a hard-won meal. Maybe I'll whip something up too. It's been a while.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first
Not for
things
you.
first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
I already have stock
Wait
lit
up!
up, man.
I'll come too! Baiju, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baiju, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Okay, we are now Baiju. Oh, so they are doing the thing HSR does. I think it's first time kind of, where we left out our traveler. I don't remember this being a thing. So traveler left and now we are Baiju. Interesting. I need to talk with her, I guess.
Time
Okay, I need
flies.
to walk actually.
It's been so long
How
since
do I
we
walk?
bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changsheng, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baiju.
Okay, wait. I should walk with her. Nice.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baiju, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changsheng's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties. There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you tried the poison on yourself too. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changsheng to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad will be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Also, when Chasing was talking about faith, what did she mean exactly?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baihu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Chengsheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
The elixir of immortality. You have to become immortal yourself.
Precisely. I will be Chengsheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baiju.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Huh. For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baiju, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We also have coconut milk for Changsheng and Paimon.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Oh, Paimon, leave some grubs for me.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Alright, so look like Baiju's quest has been completed. Finally, I can do the Lantern Rite quest in peace, I think.
Bring it!
Hey, Miss Undertaker! Are Hu Tao and Madame Lan back yet?
Sorry, I'm afraid not.
Really? How strange. They were definitely heading this way. Maybe Hu Tao had another appointment. Any idea where we might find them?
If it was anything business related, I expect the director would have let me know. I was aware she had a meeting earlier today, for instance. But she doesn't keep me informed about her private affairs.
So you are saying Hu Tao is dealing with a private matter?
It's
That's fair.
possible. The director seems to have had a lot on her mind lately. In the past, she'd usually show up to work in the mid-morning. But recently, she's been getting here before the sun's up. She said she's had trouble sleeping and has been dreaming more than usual.
Trouble sleeping? Are we talking about the same Hu Tao here? That doesn't sound like her at all.
You might want to talk to our consultant, Zhongli. He's closer to her than I am.
Oh, good idea. How did we not think of that? So, where could we find him? Probably sipping tea somewhere, right?
He's just across the road on the second floor, watching an opera. If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear it.
seems like Zhangli is the only one taking it easy today. Let's go say hi.
Finally, we get to meet Zhongli as well. Might as well just do these while at it. Where is the coin? I think it's just underneath, right? Oh, it's upstairs. But where?
The key here is consumer satisfaction. Burn it down!
Here maybe? Yeah, there it is. I think I already activated this one. And what am I supposed to do here? Sure. Maybe downstairs, I'm not too sure. To do maybe something with that. Alright, anyways. Oh, come on, man. You're gonna just get stuck there. Oh, here it is. That's pretty cool. Swallow the little for you. Remarkable mission. Let me just pause it. You have breathed fresh life into an old new classic, and I dare say surpassed the original. You flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. I'm just glad my voice held out. I'm a little out of practice.
Nonsense, Miss Yoon. You are as stunning as ever. And if that was you out of practice, well, the official Lantern Rite performance is sure to be truly sensational.
Hey, Zhangli. Hey, Yunjin. How's it going?
Wow. Travel and Paimon, what a lovely surprise. It's been too long, old friends. Are you here for the...
Oh dear, what a pity. I'm afraid you just missed today's performance. And Miss Yoon needs to rest her voice now, or she'll strain it.
It's okay, Tea Master. You. These two are good point of mine. If they'd like to hear me sing a few more minutes, wouldn't do me any harm.
Aw, thanks, Yunjin. But hopefully you don't think we came here just to show up late and demand a private performance.
Oh, of course not. I'm guessing you're here for the Mr. Zhongli then. Oh, and how might I be your assistance?
Okay, so a friend of ours left something behind at a shop. We're trying to return it to her, and all we know is she's probably with Hu Tao. Any idea where Hu Tao might be?
The director is a free spirit who roams through the wide...
Great, well this is just fantastic.
Okay, so he don't know. There's something important. The thing she left behind, I mean.
That's the thing. We don't know what it's for, but we want to get it back to her as soon as possible just in case she really needs it.
Show the written figure.
Oh, goodness! That's what you're trying to get back to her? But isn't that a pentad rattan?
Painted written, so you recognize this?
Haven't you heard? The word on the street is that the patriarch of the Feiyun Commerce Guild has fallen gravely ill. They say his family found an ominous-looking rattan figure in his bedroom, and there was a Pentad fortune conveyance talisman on it. That cursed thing must have been put there to steal his good fortune. It's destroying his health, wealth, and every other good thing in his life. And based on the description, your rattan figure looks suspiciously similar. It could even be the one that... get it away from me! I don't want that thing anywhere near me!
Relax, it's fine! This one definitely belongs to Madame Lan. Besides, we've had it on us this whole time and nothing bad's happened to us yet!
Madam Lan, you mean from the Chinyu Vale Artisans Association?
Oh, now that would explain a lot. The Lans of Chenyu Vale practice Chi-Men magic. This Pentad fortune conveyance business would be right up their alley. This leaves only one question unanswered. Namely, why would the Lans of Chenyu Vale have a bone to pick with the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
What? Will you listen to yourself? You can't seriously believe all that. You'd sooner convince Paimon that Rex Lapis was a slime.
The latter is certainly the more compelling theory. Master Liu, you appear to have been misinformed by these rumors, and also failed to notice the Guyan sigil on the particularly written figure.
Oh? Please enlighten me, Mr. Zhongli.
This is the sign of Veservena, one of the four main exorcism sigil, a most upstanding and auspicious sign, by no means curse. As a matter of fact, a series of fortune coins bearing the exorcism sigil recently entered the circulation in Liyue Harbor. I am somewhat surprised that you didn't recognize it, Master Liu.
Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. Thank you for jogging my memory, Mr. Zhongli. I am humbled by your superior erudition.
This makes way more sense than Madame Lan going around trying to curse people to death.
I guess the rotten figure they found in his lordship's room must have been put there by someone in his family to bring good luck.
In that case, there's a good chance Madame Lan also purposely left this behind to keep Timea safe and well.
In all likelihood, yes.
Guess we don't need to find her so urgently after all. We were just worried that losing this might have ruined her plans. But that said, what did she need Hu Tao for anyway? And what is Hu Tao up to that's keeping her so busy?
Any
Paimon has
idea,
a bad
Zhongli?
feeling about it for some...
The director's mind is a labyrinth I could not hope to comprehend. She probably has more things she has to think about than rest of us
Are
combined.
any of those thoughts the kind that might keep someone up at night?
She has never mentioned that. But as the director of the Wanshan Funeral Parlor, she has a solemn duty to balance the force of the life and death in Liyue. I would be surprised and even a little unsettled if she were truly as carefree as she appears. I agree, I have known Hu Tao for a while now. For all the assistrations she takes pride in what she does as her friend, we should just be there for her when she needs us. Indeed, the director's competence is the only reason I can afford to sit here enjoying a fine cup of tea and listening to the opera.
Having a competent boss isn't an excuse to slack off, you know.
Haha, I think Miss Zhongli, this means you should have faith in Hu Tao. There is no need to worry about her so much.
Fair point. Somehow seeing how calm Zhongli is about the whole thing does make Paimon feel much more at ease.
You two ought to be out enjoying the festivals. The lantern only comes one a year, so make the most of it. If you are still worried, take this. What's that? A fortune coin. It has certainly become customary to give them as a gift. So, in the spirit of the season, this is my gift to you.
Wow, Zhongli actually left the house with cash? Now this is a lantern right to remember.
Goodness gracious! Mr. Zhongli, that looks like a very special coin you have there. Is that one of the fabled Rex coins?
Rex coin?
Yes. Look at the design on the face. It's quite different from the typical coins you see in circulation. It appears to be a symbol of Rex Lapis. There's no doubt about it. This is a Rex coin, which means it once passed through the hands of the Lord of Geo himself.
This is simply a curio I picked up from a street vendor. Marcelio, almost certainly a replica, but I can introduce you to the vendor if you are interested. Yeah, sure.
Oh, so it's just a souvenir then? I assumed it was a family heirloom of great value.
Traveler, please take this. May bring you comfort when your mind is troubled.
So it's an anti-anxiety coin? How is that supposed to work?
Ah, well, even if the coin itself is a replica, the symbol of Rex Lapis is still genuine. And if the symbol is real, so are its effects. So as long as you have this coin, Rex Lapis will always be with you. Mr. Zhongli, would you mind showing me to the vendor from whom you acquired this coin? I wouldn't mind procuring a little of the Lord of Geo's good fortune for myself.
Very well, the walk will do me good. Friends, may we meet again soon. By the way, I'll be performing the sensational of Tao Duo on the day of the lantern rite. That's the only I was just practicing earlier. It's only a few days away now. I'd be honored if you could come and support me.
Oh, that's what you were singing just now? Paimon definitely wants to hear the full thing. We'll be there. We were actually learning about the 8 adepts earlier, but we never found out who the 3 beasts of Tao Du were.
Oh, really? Well, for the starters, the beasts of Tao Duo are known as the 3 immortal of the Tao Duo. They were the lone butterfly of the creamy flames, the jade-plumed silver wing, and the gold-eyed celadon mirror. 3 auspicious beasts, all with the power to take on human form.
Oh, so they really weren't human, huh? The lone butterfly sounds pretty self-explanatory, but what about the silverwing and celadon mare? What kind of creatures were they?
Silvering as a swallow, the Salamand mare was white horse, legend holds that after purifying Tao Duo, Silverwing and the Wing Reader went wandering together, but the white horse retreated into seclusion. Have you ever read Moonlight Bamboo Forest? The story mentions a white horse that roamed the Qingxi mountain range. A lot of people think she was the cold-eyed Celadon mare.
Oh, cool! So, what about the butterfly? What did they get up to?
The Lord Butterfly gave her life during the purification spell. She was the only one of the 8 to sacrifice herself in this way. Even though the 8 had remarkable power, purifying a god of Tao Duo's caliber was no mean feat. They had to resort to a secret art called the 7 and 8 gates array. The method involved obfuscation one of the gates so the evil can't escape. The lone butterfly was in charge of gate that was chosen to be obfuscated, and so she disappeared from the world in this process.
Oh, that's so tragic.
But All was not lost. According to the legends, old man Wu Wang, another one of the eight who looked up to her a lot, took up her mantle and kept her legacy alive. That's good.
Interesting. Huh. And then he taught that to the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, right? Didn't they train under him?
Exactly, that's where it feels like faith comes into place. After giving her life to restore order to the realm of her death, some chance meeting ensured that the future generation continue using her method to guard the boards between the life and death. Although she herself disappeared from the world, her mission to protect Liu is still alive and well. Thousands of years ago anyway. That's basically the whole story of how the 8 adepts verified Tao Duo.
Now we finally have names for the full roster. Thanks, Yunjin.
My pleasure. I haven't performed this opera in a long time, so I'll still have a fair bit of brushing up to do before I'm ready. Don't practice too much or you'll be tired your voice out. Thanks, I appreciate it. See you around.
Hey guys! Are you finally done? I've been waiting forever! Huh? Oh, Xiangling, what are you doing here? Tracking you guys down, obviously. You really made me work for it, too. It's honestly a little rich that you're out here telling everyone else to take care of themselves and keep a good work-life balance when you are apparently too busy to eat. Keep this up and I'll have to drag you to the dinner table and force-feed you my delicious cooking against your will. Here we are. I present to you Chef Xiangling's newest creation, Drunken Plums in Snow. Wow, this is so nice of you, Xiangling. Paimon hadn't noticed how hungry she had gotten, but smelling that food is making Paimon ravenous. Sounds like you have a tough life, hey, Paimon? Sometimes you feast, but sometimes the traveler lets you go hungry. You should ditch the traveler and hang with me from now on. You'll never go hungry again. Ooh, now that is a tempting offer. That may be true, but you also pretty much never feed Paimon on time. I was only kidding. I know Paimon loves to eat, but I think it'd take more than food to pry her away from your side. Anyway, enough about that. Time for you guys to eat. Whatever your plans are after this, they'll go much better on a full stomach.
Alright, so that is it for the first part, I guess. How many more are left? What's that? Anyways. Okay, so second, third. Okay, so 3 more quests are left. I guess I'll do it later. So that is it for the first part. Finally done.